The Scout Skills YouTube channel presents Scout Rank Requirement 1E. Be sure to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel to gain access to more videos to help you increase your understanding of Scout skills, your skill proficiency, merit badge completion, and rank advancement. Scout Rank Requirement 1E. Repeat from memory the outdoor code. In your own words, explain what the outdoor code means to you. The outdoor code. Say it with me. As an American, I will do my best to be clean in my outdoor manners, be careful with fire, be considerate in the outdoors, and be conservation minded. We're going to go through these line by line so you understand what these powerful words mean to you. Be clean in my outdoor manners. That means treat all the places in the outdoors with the utmost respect. The beauty that you're enjoying today needs to be preserved so others can enjoy it when they come along after you. How do you be clean? We can start by keeping trash and garbage where it belongs. If need be, pack it out. That means take it with you until you can find a proper trash can or a dumpster. Never add to a mess, even if you find that others haven't been considerate before you got there. Perhaps you'll find a place where rocks or trees have graffiti or people carve their names into them. Don't add to that mess by thinking that it's okay for you to do it too. Two wrongs don't make a right, and it's your job as a scout to lead by example. If you see garbage on the ground, don't be afraid to clean it up, even if it's not yours. But of course, we always want to take the proper safety precautions. Wear some protective gloves, maybe use a sharp stick to pick things up. Just make sure you're taking care of yourself first. Be careful with fire. That is so important because fire is so destructive and it's so easy to get out of control. In June of 2002, a 14,200 acre wildfire in Utah. It cost more than $12 million just to bring it under control. That fire started where a scout troop camped overnight. Even though there was a fire ban in effect, the boys thought it was okay to build a fire anyway, and it got out of control, did so much damage. So our job is to prevent wildfires. Build a fire only when it's and where it is appropriate. We'll talk more about that on the next slide. Never leave a fire unattended. Extinguish a fire until it's what we call cold out. That means you can touch it with your hands, run your hands through all the embers and ashes, and you shouldn't find a single hot spot or ember. Fire awareness and rules. Most scout camps or public campsites will post some kind of sign letting you know what they think the fire risk assessment is. If it's been a very dry summer, you might find that the needle is in the red, extreme danger. Everything's dry and so easy for things to catch fire and spread. Assuming that it's not in the extreme mode, it might be okay to build a fire if you follow the right precautions. Whenever possible, use an established fire ring or a fire pit like the one shown on the bottom here. Never try to create a new fire pit if there's already an established fireplace made available to you. If you're out in the woods and you're going to create your own spot, make sure that nothing is around that would allow the fire to spread. Create something called a fire mound or dig a fire pit. What you're doing here is you're making a platform and you're digging down all around it like a trench. You're separating the fire from possible dry roots where smoldering heat underground could travel through the root system and pop up somewhere else and start a forest fire. By digging down and severing those roots and creating a clear barrier between your fire and everything around it will minimize the chance that a fire can spread. And as always, make sure your fire is cold out. Use plenty of water and stir the embers around with a shovel while you're pouring water on them to make sure that there's no hot spots hidden underneath remaining logs in the fire pit. And if you dug a trench or created your own fire pit, put those shovels of dirt and sod aside so that you can place them back when you're done. Remember, a good scout puts the area back to the way it was so that nobody knew he was there in the first place. Be considerate in the outdoors. That means treat all outdoor areas with respect. Follow the principles of leave no trace. Now, leave no trace is not something just for Boy Scouts. Campers and hikers all around the world subscribe to the leave no trace principles. These 7 steps you should memorize. Plan ahead and prepare. Camp and travel only on durable surfaces. Dispose of your waste properly. Leave what you find, meaning a great relic or a beautiful seashell or maybe even some really nice rocks. You should leave them the way you found them so that others can enjoy it just like you did. Minimize campfire impact. We talked about that in the previous slide. Respect wildlife and be considerate of other visitors. Remember, nobody wants to go into an area that looks like it's already been trampled by a bunch of irresponsible people. Leave every area better than you found it. Be conservation minded. Well, to conserve means to protect what you have and avoid adding harm or destruction to what already exists. Learn to be mindful of how we can conserve soil, water, the natural habitats of animals, minerals, impact to wildlife, and even energy. Remember, conservation minded means protecting what you have so you don't run out of it. And encourage others to do the same. Here in this picture is a great example. There's an established trail going through the woods already. Don't trailblaze and create your own path and wander all over the place. Stay on the established trails so that we minimize the impact to the surrounding environment. Congratulations! This just completed the Scout Requirement 1E. Remember, treat the outdoors and nature with respect. Make it your mission to be a good steward of the environment. Always leave places better than the way you found them. Be a shining example to others and show that kind of outdoor leadership that scouting is famous for.